Yo, you guys, this is Blacklist to the Abyss. This is my late and out of date review for Yamada and the Seven Witches, Chapter 110. Alright, and if I really tried, I probably could have gotten this review out sooner, but I lost all motivation to do this review because chapter just was disappointing, alright, to the point where it actually made me think about not dropping the reviews, but limiting them. All right, limiting them to the point where I wouldn't review them. I wouldn't review the series every week, but I would just review whatever chapters I felt like reviewing. And if I didn't feel like reviewing a chapter, I just wouldn't review it. So I would probably review any chapter I thought was good, or any chapter I thought deserved to be talked about, whether in a positive way or a negative way. Like for instance, this one. Um, and that's because of all of the problems that this chapter had. All right. The pacing was super fast. They skipped over the development between Yamada and Aiko, and now it looks like Yoshikawa Miki is trying to drag the series out as long as possible. Right? I just don't understand why she's doing this. I mean, she had Miyamura go to Moegi and talk to her, and she ended up telling him that the current witches that they have there, like her, Aiko, Tsubasa, those witches, the current witches that they have, were actually already witches before the ceremony. Okay, so that means there were two groups of 7 witches. And as a matter of fact, there are even more now, apparently. There are multiple groups of 7 witches. And the worst part about this is that she didn't put a limit on it, which means she might put one in later, who knows? But as of right now, there is no limit, which means she could just keep bringing in more and more and more groups of witches. Okay, this can literally be an infinite mission that they have finding these witches. There could be 21,000 groups of 7 witches. All right, like I mean, as long as she can create new powers or create new ways to change up new little changes to the powers, then she can create as many groups of 7 witches as she wants. It's like One Piece now. Oda can have Oda can have One Piece go on forever and ever and ever, as long as he can keep creating new islands that are in between the Straw Hats and One Piece. Right? I remember when I first read the series, I was like, oh, they have to get to the Grand Line. Then they can get to One Piece. Now it's like, no, the goal isn't the Grand Line anymore. Now it's the Red Line and the New World. Okay, then what's to stop him from adding something else in? Okay, now the goal is here. All right, now the goal is here. You see? So Yamada and the 7 Witches is starting to get like One Piece in the sense that it can literally just go on forever. The difference is that One Piece can still be interesting when it goes on forever, and Yamada can't because it's the same concept over and over. Well, so is One Piece, but enough changes where it's like, well, enough can be changed where it's still interesting. But with Yamada, it's literally just like it would just get super boring. All right, especially if the actual relationships between Yamada and the girls aren't done well. Like for instance, his relationship with Aiko. All right, her and Yamada get, excuse me, her and Yamada get practically no development at all. All right, all of it was skipped. Last chapter, it ended with her making him work for her in order to earn the credits to kiss her. But then in the beginning of this chapter, she's already been converted to liking him. We didn't see anything in between. Last chapter, she was like, "All right, fine, you can work with me." Now all of a sudden, she likes him. This is worse than Sword Art Online, and what they did with Kirito and Asuna. All right, like this is there's literally no development at all. None. All right. And then all of a sudden she kisses him out of nowhere. Wait, what? Like it just didn't make any sense. It just didn't make any sense. I don't like where the story's going at all. Back when we learned that there was a second group of 7 witches, a new group of 7 witches, I was already a little apprehensive about it, but I thought, well, maybe she has some type of plan where she can make things interesting and make the story unique, or try to bring some unique storyline in to not make it sound like a complete repeat. But now it's just like I said, it's an infinite mission, and it's just gonna get old really fast. So I don't know. As of right now, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I guess the best way to put it is that I make no promises. All right. If you, I may do a review next week. I may not. I don't know. It all depends on how I feel about the chapter. All right. But yeah, that's that. And as for this chapter, I'll give it a 4 out of 10. It was just not. It was bad. It was bad. I may have laughed like once in the very beginning, but I think I laughed when Gene Kurosaki went to get his fortune told or something. But that was before all this stuff happened. That was before for the stuff with Aiko. That was before the cliffhanger at the end with Miyamura. So I'll whatever. Yeah, I'll just give it a 4 out of 10, and that's that, you guys. Rate, comment, subscribe, and maybe I'll see you guys next time.